I don't buy slabs often, so when I do, it's got to be something special. What's up, guys? BJ Kicks here. I buy comics, I read them, and I review them, all for your viewing pleasure. So if you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. Now on this channel, I do comic book unboxings, reviews, and hauls. If you're interested in content like that, consider hitting that subscribe button. But today, I've got an unboxing, and like I said in the intro, it is a SLAB, a CBCS signature series graded comic that I'm very, very excited to open. Now, you guys know I do not really buy slabs often at all. In fact, all but two of the slabs that I own were gifted to me by, other members of the community, and in some cases, brands that I was working with at the time. But I don't buy slabs, and there's really just one reason for that, and that's because I don't generally buy comics as an investment. And then I have like a bit of a fear of putting my own books in the mail. So I only want to buy a slab if it's already slabbed, and those get pricey. And since I'm never going to sell, it just doesn't make sense to spend so much money, in my opinion. But every now and then you see something online, the price is right and the sentimental value is just right there. It's up there. And so that's what we got today. So I'm very excited to get into this package. Before I do, this video, it's got a sponsor. It's sponsored by my website, comicsaredope.com. Now, Comics Are Dope is my little slice of the internet. It's a place where you can go. It's the only place where you can buy K-Squad merchandise. So you can buy a t-shirt to rep your status in the K-Squad. But we also got other designs, such as the We Are Robin design. For those of you who don't know the names of every single Robin, you can wear them proudly on a t-shirt and get some other history as well. Now, every week on comicsaredope.com, I break down a list of all that week's comics releases. And every Monday, I send out an email called This Week in Comics, where I give you some FOC picks so that you can place your orders before the speculators get their hands on them. And then I also give you a few news items to follow as well. So lots of really fun stuff to chew on over at comicsaredope.com. We hope to see you there. Anyway, thanks to me for sponsoring this. You're welcome, me. Now, let's get into this package. Because like I said, I don't buy slabs often, but when I just happened to type something in the search bar on eBay to see what would come up, and this came up, and the price was right. Actually, well, the price was great, but I had that money earmarked for something else. I have been, motorcycles going by. I have been like plotting and scheming to get an iPad for like the last, 7 months, maybe the last 3 months, like actually finally made the decision, like, yeah, I'm going to do it and read more comics digitally and so on. And then as soon as I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and pull that trigger, all the iPad Pros are on back order. If you have Verizon as your cell phone carrier, they keep pushing the date back. And so I was like, you know what? I was going to put this down on an iPad. I'll buy a slab. So let's get this open. And shout out to the seller on eBay for shipping this 2-day shipping. Gotta love that. All right. So we've got some bubble wrap. I'm a little nervous because the bubble wrap was coming right up against the edge of the package. And, where the fold is, there aren't any bubbles. So there very well could be a crack in this slab. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully not. All right. Cool. Got my packing slip. So shout out to Find Your Collection on eBay. And let's do some inspecting. Little hairline scratch in the case. I'm not too worried about that because I never plan on selling this anyway. Overall, this is looking pretty good. So, man, this is exciting. All right, so I can show you the book now. Look at this. This is Static, issue number 8. This is in a CBCS 9.8, which is, near mint plus or something like that. And this is a part of the Shadow War crossover. It's not a key issue. It's not a first appearance or anything. This is just happens to be my favorite cover of Static ever. This is a Walter Simonson cover. They used this image on the spine of the Milestone Compendium. By the way, I did a whole overview of the Milestone Compendium. You can check it out up there in the YouTube card. But man, I'm excited about this. Now, as you can see, this is a yellow label, which means it is a signature series book. This has a verified signature, which means it wasn't witnessed. They went through and did the signature verification after the fact. But this has a verified signature from John Paul Leon. The late John Paul Leon was the first artist to work on Static in an ongoing title, even though Static's character was designed by Dennis Cowan. But, you know, John Paul Leon walks into Michael Davis's Bad Boy Studios, shows his portfolio, and ends up being selected to be the first artist on Static. And so a lot of the, you know, iconic stuff that we've seen, especially like Virgil and his friends and stuff like that, outside of costume, that's all JPL. His draftsmanship is awesome. But anyway, to be able to get this slab, to have this signature in like silver ink, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's there. But have this on silver ink is super awesome. It just means that much more because JPL is no longer with us. And so, you know, stuff like this is going to become harder and harder to come by. I think I paid $120 for this. I just happened to search Static 8 CGC. And this popped up and I was like, yo, it was a buy it now listing. It was actually like on the make an offer thing. So I made a couple offers. We finally settled at $120, plus shipping and tax or whatever. So super, super excited about this, for the price I paid, for the sentimental value it has. I never got a chance to meet John Paul Leon, but I'm very excited to have this as a part of my collection. I've been shopping around because you guys know I love Milestone comics, but most of the stuff that I have that's Milestone related isn't really showpieces. You know, they're all the original issues, so they're sitting in short boxes. I wanted some stuff where I can like display my fandom. So this is great. I got a Blood Syndicate number 10 slabbed over there. I've got that one, art by Brand Flakes that my homie Kev sent me, along with the Shadow War promotional little standee. So that's really cool. Now, this has a verified signature by John Paul Leon, but I don't even know if the seller realized this, but there's also a signature here, and that appears to be Jason Scott Jones, who was the second color editor at Milestone after Noel Giddings. So that's really cool. But like I said, I mean, Robert Washington on the story, art by John Paul Leon and Sean Martinborough. Sean Martinborough. Gotta figure out how we say that. And then a cover by Walter Simonson, who, interestingly enough, was one of John Paul Leon's teachers. So just all the feels, all the history, all the sentiment is here. And I'm super excited to add this to my collection. I'm looking at it and it looks like there's like a scuff inside of the case. I guess I could send it to be reholdered. But, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to notice it, so it'll bother me. But all in all, $120 for this in this condition, signed. Like, I mean, white pages, all that. Yeah. I feel weird about putting stuff in the mail. Like, if I send this to get reholdered, is it going to come back to me in good condition? Obviously it is. Like, people do this all the time, but there's somebody help me get over this fear of putting expensive or sentimental books in the mail. But that's the haul. This is the unboxing. I got one slab. I don't plan to buy a ton of slabs, but when I buy them, they got to be special, meaning they got to be special to me. So this I will display proudly among my first appearance of Damian Wayne, my favorite cover of Blood Syndicate ever. And now I've got this, my favorite cover of Static ever. I'm still on the hunt for Static 45, and I'm going to mention it in every Milestone related video until I connect with someone that has one. So let me know if you got the line on one of those. But until next time, I hope you saw something you liked in this video. If not, hey, that's cool. Because you can always buy what you like. Just make sure you read what you buy. And be nice to others, because kindness makes the world go round. Peace.